And on today's episode of the Word of Mouth Show, we'll be talking about Interstellar, directed by Christopher Nolan, and we'll also be talking about a Monsters Ball that's coming to cinemas very soon. Some of your favorite monsters back in theaters. And that's today on the Word of Mouth Show. Welcome to Word of Mouth Show. I'm your host, Montrel. Today I'm missing my better half, Ice. She's sick today. She won't be joining me. But hey, I'm going to hold it down for her today until she returns next week. Ice, we miss you. Come back healthy, and we'll do it again. You know how we do. But let's go ahead and get ready for the top story for today. So today we're going to talk about a Monsters Ball that's about to come to cinemas very soon. Now, these companies have definitely started taking advantage of having cinematic universes. This way they're able to take a slew of characters and make a bunch of movies and capitalize off each one of them. We've seen this with Marvel, they've done X-Men, they've had Spider-Man, and they've also had the Avengers, which have basically taken over the cinematic universe with them, and it's been very successful. DC is following in the footsteps. They did the Dark Knight series. They're now doing Man of Steel, which is going to turn into Justice League within the next couple of years. Well, Universal Pictures has decided to jump on this same cinematic bandwagon, and some of the favorite monsters that we grew up watching as kids, they'll be returning to the screen. Now, we just saw this recently with Dracula Untold. This is the first film with one of the earliest monsters that we've been watching for years, and it basically hinted that there's going to be a sequel. So this has been the first introduction. Now, Universal Pictures are wanting to also include Frankenstein, Creature of the Black Lagoon. They're wanting to also include Wolfman. The Mummy is already actually started. The script is actually in place. They're actually already starting that series. So Van Helsing is another character. So they're looking at starting these movies to start somewhere within 2006. Well, actually 2016, 2017. These movies will start, and they'll actually be merging the characters into movies just to create their own monster cinematic universe. So is this a good idea? Not so great idea? Well, I have to weigh in that Dracula Untold was actually a great film. It put a different spin on Dracula, what we've seen before, and what they can do with it in the future. I loved it. So if they can continue on this path of taking these monsters, maybe giving them a little good backstory, something that we've never seen, let's not keep I, Frankenstein. We'll pretend that didn't happen because I like Aaron Eckhart, but that wasn't a good role. So outside of I, Frankenstein, let's definitely redo that. That is a must. All of these films could actually be some potential great films, and especially if we're talking about putting Dracula and Frankenstein together, maybe having some B or A-list actors playing these roles. We got some great films that are coming up for the next 5 to 10 years. So let's see what they do with that. I'm actually kind of excited to see how that's going to roll out. That's the top story for today. Coming next, I'm going to have the Red Box suggestion. Also, since Ice isn't here, I got a Netflix suggestion from you next, and that's coming up.